about to drive right around Victoria to the very best of scenic attractions, starting right here on the Great Ocean Road. It's a coastline studded with limestone stacks, among them the 12 Apostles. It's such a classic part of the Australian coastline that it's been listed as a national heritage. With erosion from the sea and wind slowly destroying existing formations, but at the same time creating new ones. Among the locals who revere this part of Australia is Mark Cuthell. What a glorious, glorious part of the coast. Fascinating.
Absolutely amazing. The scale is everything. The size of the cliff, the size of the stacks.
So it's not just the 12 Apostles, they get all the publicity, but you've got sea stacks like this right along the coast here.
Oh, absolutely. Look, the 12 Apostles are popular for good reason. Yeah. But, you know, I'm going to take you to places hopefully like Lockhart Gorge.
A big array of different formations.
Oh, absolutely. Like, to me, it's almost like someone's taken a hot knife through butter. Absolutely dynamic seascape. And, you know, one of the finest natural galleries on the planet.
Mark takes me on to other scenic splendours on the Great Ocean Road, such as the Lockhart Gorge. Wow, gorgeous, gorgeous, the gorge.
Absolutely incredible. Lockhart Gorge. Greg, what do you think?
I think this is a special formation in that we've got this almighty reveal back here, the two cliffs merging, that narrow opening, the surface surging through there and sweeping into this bay.
It's just a spectacular theatre of sea, sand and stone like no other place on the planet I've ever seen, Greg. Basically, you've got rainwater filtering through limestone. The limestone loads up and collapses, forming these caves, and all the while you've got this ocean behind us having its way and carving its artistic statement on the landscape, Greg.
And these caves that border this Lockhart Gorge are filled with these stalactites. What's happening?
It's quite incredible. So you've got the mineral-rich water dripping down, adding little bits to it all the time, and they lengthen over hundreds and hundreds of years.
It's like a theatre.
Absolutely.
Trekking along a coastal trail here brings you to some delightful places, such as Alkina Lodge with its mobs of eastern grey kangaroos. Then there's the aerial perspective, taking to the skies from the 12 Apostles by helicopter. Chief pilot is Richard Nesseler.
We started here 2007, so we've been running for about 14 years now. During peak holiday times, we're moving up to sort of 700-800 passengers per day.
So tell us what you're offering. Obviously the coastline here, the limestone coast, and the formations, the stacks.
Yeah, so most people just come to see the 12 Apostles, but there's a whole lot more and a lot more impressive sites along the coast. Features such as the London Bridge and the Bay of Islands, which extend out to the west from where the Apostles are.
So that is a very, very special coastline, and yes, you can take some views and photographs from the lookouts, but truly the most magnificent part of the coast is up in the air looking straight back on the formations.
That's right, yeah, a lot of people haven't actually been in a helicopter before. We fly a lot of first-timers, and part of the thrill of the experience is to be in a helicopter and looking at things from a bird's eye perspective. They're mesmerising, honestly. They are impressive. Every time we go up there, we see them in different lights and different conditions, whether it's a storm coming through or a hot summer's day. Each time they look quite different, and they impress every single time.
Inland from the Great Ocean Road is a part of Victoria that was once active with volcanoes. Deep volcanic lakes abound, with Chris Lang an active hiker and promoter of this little-known part of Australia.
And there's lots of action, probably overspread about 10,000 years, but in the time of Aborigines also. It's all happening with them hanging around, watching it. These are 3 craters here behind us, and they would have blown up with 3 big bangs, and it would have blown the rocks from the centre of the Earth to dust as it came up through the water.
And the rocks that were spewed out from that volcano are everywhere. This is all volcanic rock.
Yeah, they're different sorts too.
Yep.
There are, when they came up with scoria, with the steam foaming up the rock, then it lands solid, and then after a while it runs out of the steam and just forms solid basalt, which is used for building materials.
So Chris, you're a farmer. What's this sort of volcanic soil done to your soil here? Has it made it good?
This soil here from these crater lakes is brilliant soil for vegetable growing, pastures. It's a very fine, fertile soil.
One dramatic feature in this land of volcanic lakes and craters is Mount Elephant. It dominates the landscape for 60 kilometres around it, the remnants of a volcano that erupted 180,000 years ago, with a crater rim that's well worth walking.
Righto, it looks almost vertical, but the whole experience here at Mount Elephant is to climb to the top of the rim.
It is, and it's quite an effort. It's a stunning view from the top, absolutely brilliant and worth the effort, but it's not a walk in the park.